welcome back to the channel. So I just got back from my physiotherapist. She just finished beating me up for the day, and now I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna help Dad for a little bit in the shop. He started pulling the rotor tiller apart yesterday while I was out at the farm doing some spraying. So he did that yesterday evening. He actually over the course of this week, he finished his flatbed truck. He got his Moffett forklift all sorted out, all the lights and everything working. I don't think there was anything else that was with the forklift that needed to be done. All the big trucks and trailers are all safetied and ready to go for the season. And what else did he do? I'm sure he did a bunch more, but that's all I can think of right now. So I'm just getting to the shop here. I'm going to give him a hand with the rotor tiller. I got to do some welding on the chain case. And this thing, I was there earlier today and I was taking a look at it. I was like, man, does this thing have a heavy chain? I'm going to show you guys here in a few minutes. It is insane. I've never seen a chain this heavy. And I was always thought that we might, I was always scared I was going to break this rotor tiller, right? Pulling it behind this big four-wheel drive tractor. Well, it was built from the same era as that triple nickel versatile. Yeah, I don't think there's ever a worry of breaking this thing. I'll show you guys in a second. This is the roller chain on this Howard rotovator. This chain is no joke, obviously. I was always worried that I was gonna break something in here because I was running possibly too much horsepower through it, so we'd always run like 3/4 throttle or something like that, because you just never know, right? Because a lot of stuff isn't built heavy duty. Well, I don't think there's a worry with this thing. It's fairly heavy duty all the way around, like bearing, chain. That's crazy. That's built really heavy. That's good to know. I'm still not going to romp on it too hard for doing field work, but I'm glad to know that it is built heavy duty. It looked like a heavy duty tiller, but I think nowadays they're belt driven. So I guess, yeah, if you have like half a dozen belts, it would be the equivalent of maybe one of those chains. I don't know. No idea. Anyway, so I think part of our leak problem was Dad found this. There's a crack here, 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 and here, and there was one up here. So he took the grinder with the cutting disc, made notches. I'm going to fill it in, weld it. I'm going to flip it over and go on the outside because you can feel the crack on the outside here. And yeah, so weld it up inside and out, grind it off, make it nice and smooth. Dad's just gone for parts right now, so I'm going to get this welded up and done before he gets back, hopefully. And yeah, might have this thing put back together this afternoon. That'd be alright. So that turned out alright. Not perfect. I still got, I don't think I'm going to touch that up. This one's okay. I might put a little bead on there. And this one, I got a spot right there. And I still got to grind that down. It's too close to the vise. So touch this one up, Touch a little spot up here. Overall, it's not terrible. It might be okay, but I'd rather get it nice and smooth inside and get that all cleaned up. That way I don't have any problems leaking later on. I'm going to weld up the outside anyway. Got this bracket on the tensioner. This is what keeps the chain tight. There's another plastic piece that goes on the inside of the cover that I'm welding right now. So I've just about got all this welded up here right now. I'm just working on the outside. This one here is a little bit more difficult right here because there is a plate welded for this plug, and this is actually where you adjust the plastic tensioner, which is this little yellow piece right here. So that goes on the inside here. That acts as part of the tensioner, and there is a tensioner adjuster bolt right there, so that adjusts the big tensioner on the metal bracket. So I'm just welding up the cracks on the outside. I've mostly got this one. I got to weld a little bit more right here. This one looks not too bad. I'm going to touch it up yet. This one here I couldn't see the first time I welded it, so I missed the whole thing entirely, so I got to do this all over again here. But I got the inside is welded up good. There's no cracks, there's no holes, no lines. So got a pretty good chance that we're not going to leak. If we do, it's going to be very, very minor. So we're going to put some silicone on there just in case. I'm not a welder by trade. I learned in school, but I know just enough to get me by and weld up broken things. Oh well, slowly get better at it every year because there's always something that breaks. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to finish this up. Dad's going to go get some more gasket material because the gasket material he picked up for this oil cover isn't as thick as the original gasket. So this is the original thickness of the gasket compared to the new one. That's pretty paper thin compared to the old one. So he's gone to Princess Auto. He's gone to Princess Auto because that's the only thing open on a Sunday right now that would have gasket material, I think. And he's going to go see if they have some thicker stuff. If not, we're going to have to make do with the lighter duty stuff. So I'm going to continue on welding here and hopefully get this all finished up by the time he gets back. Get that rotor tiller finished up. We're gonna put, I call it honey oil, but it's like super thick, like gelatin type grease oil in there, just so it doesn't leak, because I think the seal on that rototiller might be leaking, but we can't get parts for sure because the company that makes it is in Australia and we don't know how long shipping for parts is going to be. So we're going to put this stuff in it. I welded up all the cracks in the case. That's not gonna.
Well, it's going down.
Is it? It's gonna take forever.
It's going down. You might want to take a cup or something.
Yeah. Take a. Went down.
Oh, it flows.
Just very slow.
Very, very slow.
Just noticed there was a crack in the hitch on the rotor tiller, but we're going to get it loaded on the new flatbed, which was done, by the way. Tiller's all loaded up, the Moffett forklift, we got the oil changed on it, Dad got all the lights and everything working on it. I don't remember if I showed you guys last time or not, but it's all ready to go. He's just taking it to the yard. So I'll show you guys for the first time the new deck truck. I don't think I showed you guys anything previous. Not that I can remember anyway. But we bought this truck back in April, beginning of April. We hadn't picked it up till the end of April, and now we're May 24th, and she's ready to go. Just in time for us to start harvesting. We're going to start harvesting tomorrow. We're not heading out to the farm this evening, but tomorrow is going to be the first official day that we start harvesting. So that's pretty exciting because it's been so many months since we've harvested, and everybody's just itching to go. show you guys what this new truck actually looks like. Now that we've taken all the original decaling off, put our own decals on, Dad mounted the flat deck on the truck, painted it, made and welded all of the Moffett and Spider forklift adapter on there, so he can run 2 different styles of forklift on there. So that was all made. He designed all of that. This is the second one he's done that has the dual forklift carrier. So he's getting pretty good at it now. From what I can tell, it looks like it rides fairly smooth.